Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand, you and me. Doesn't matter, it's Christmas in my heart.
Good morning, everyone. Oh my goodness, I look so worse for wear today. Happy Sunday. Oh guys, I'm not gonna lie, it is whatever day of Vlogmas now, and I know I said I was going to continue on, but I'm actually kind of regretting that now. It's the first day I felt like, oh my god, I've got Vlogmas to do and I just don't want to do it, and I don't want to feel like that. And do you know what this is down to? This is down to not enough sleep, because I've been socialising too much, and also alcohol. And like, it's two things I don't normally do. I try not to stay up too late. I always try and have an early night in bed and have a good night's sleep. I also don't really drink, but I had social plans on Friday where me and Georgia had a couple of drinks, and then yesterday we was out all day in Nottingham. We played crazy golf, which was so fun, had a really good time at that, and then we went for drinks, and then we went for food, and we was genuinely out for like 10 hours. And I thought yesterday, oh, I can vlog, like it'll be cute, like I can vlog a day out, but those kind of things you just can't vlog. It's so incredibly hard. Like, it was great vlogging when I was at the golf, but then obviously because we was drinking, we was in like, Mitchell took us to this cocktail bar, and I honestly thought it was just going to be some kind of like nice sophisticated cocktail bar, couple of drinks. It was like a full-on club at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It was absolutely wild. So I couldn't vlog in there. Then by the time we exited that place, I definitely felt drunk. And then we went for food. The food was so delayed, like our table wasn't ready, so we was waiting in the bar area for an hour. At this point I was drinking water because I was like, I don't want to drink anymore. I don't like it when I feel drunk and I'm at that stage where I'm like, oh my god, I actually feel drunk. I hate it. So I started drinking water, but then I felt like I was being peer pressure. Like Mitchell was like, why, like have another drink? And I was like, no. But yeah, anyway, the long and the short of it is, yesterday, because I was out having drinks, it was just so hard to vlog, and so now I'm behind on my Vlogmas, because as you guys know, I've been vlogging a day in hand, so I'd have a video ready. So like now, I would normally have a video ready and be vlogging for tomorrow, but now I'm having to pick up the camera, feeling so meh, like I am today, and actually be vlogging for today. And so I'm literally going to be vlogging in real time going forwards now, because I've messed up my schedule, and I'm really kicking myself for it. But I think I might be able to get ahead again, because I'm thinking like tomorrow I could vlog, but then I could also just do like a clean with me, and that can count as a Vlogmas, and then I can get back into my schedule of, like I was saying, having a vlog. Does this make sense? I feel like I'm not even making any sense right now. But yeah, anyway guys, I'm not feeling great. Like I say, this is honestly why I don't drink and I don't go out drinking, because I just feel like it's not worth it. Does anyone else feel like this now they've got older? Like, I don't know how I used to go out drinking like I did when I was younger. It really is something that, like, now I'm 32, I just think it's okay having like the odd tipple. Like I was saying, me and Mitchell the other night, we had like such a cute little Christmassy food night. And we just had like a little tipple of Baileys. I was watching like a nice Christmas film. That's fine. Just like one little drink, cool. But actually going out drinking, like where you're getting drunk, I don't enjoy that. I don't enjoy how I feel the next day. I don't enjoy getting in late and then not having a lot of sleep. It's just not for me anymore. So yeah, anyway. I feel so knackered. So apologies if I seem a little bit meh today. I feel it, but I am here. I'm vlogging still. I was like so close to saying, I can't do today. I can't do it. I'm just gonna have to tell everyone that we're just missing a day. But I thought, no. I have got and made it so far with this Vlogmas. I can't give up. So I've dragged myself upstairs, just put on a little bit of makeup, kind of kicking myself for having to put my hair back because I only washed it a couple of days ago. And it's still quite fresh, but showing you just like the hair needs to go up. So that's what's happening. We're pulling ourselves together, guys. Sometimes this is just why can't I even speak? We're pulling ourselves together. Sometimes I just feel like when you're feeling a bit meh, you just have to get yourself ready. Like, I was in a tracksuit and I feel like that was making me feel not so great. So I've just put on something still comfy. This is that little top I got from Boohoo. It's like a loungewear set, but I've just put on some different wide leg trousers. So I've done that. Like I say, just put my hair up, put a little bit of makeup on, and I feel like I feel a little bit better now. So we're going to carry on by Sunday the best we can. This is what I mean, like, Sundays for me, I love Sundays so much normally. Like, I really enjoy a Sunday and having a slow day at home and just pottering around and doing things. But when you feel like this, you can't do that, and then it takes the whole enjoyment away from your Sunday. And I just feel like I've got so many things that I wanted to do today. I'm really annoyed, but anyway, it's all good. I had such a lovely day anyway yesterday. Like, the day was actually good. It's just the day after that you don't feel great, and then for me that sometimes then makes me feel like it's not even worth going out and doing activities like that. I think I'm just in that era now where if I'm doing things for people, I'd rather just do things a little bit more civilized, just like a nice meal, and I'm driving so I don't have to drink. That is where I'm at in life. So yeah. Anyway, like I say, it's 2 o'clock. We haven't got much daylight left. I mean, I don't think we've really had much daylight anyway today, if I'm very honest. But I'm going to go and attempt to put the Christmas lights up finally. And maybe try and do something with this blooming Christmas tree I bought for a door garland. Like, I've still not done it. And I just don't even know if it's going to happen. But we're going to go outside and attempt to do it now. So I'm not going to ramble. I need to go and make myself another cup of tea. And let's get outside and try and get some decorating done. Guys, how random. I just went to go outside and there was a parcel on my door and I was like, who's this from? I've not ordered anything. And inside were a few goodies from Armani. Can you believe that? Armani Beauty. So they've kind of given me an Itin Luminous Silk highlighters and a new shade of the Glass Lip Gloss. How exciting. Let's have a look what we've got. So we've got... that's a highlighter. Oh, I've never tried one of their highlighters, so that's fun. And then we also have some lip glosses and an eye tint. So thank you so much for sending me over that, because I genuinely, I don't even know how they got my address. What a surprise. But yeah, that is so nice. Armani, wow. So yeah, I'll have a look at them at a later date and test them out and let you know how I get on. But I mean, Armani makeup is unreal, like Luminous Silk. I've tried their like base. What else have I tried? I've tried a few things from Armani. Do really rate them. So yeah, that is fab. Right, let's pull ourselves together, guys. It is a glasses day, so you will see me in this vlog with glasses on because I think I'm running out of contact lenses anyway, so I need to put an order in. And also I just need to have a glasses day. My optician's actually told me that I need to stop wearing my contacts every day, because I don't know, I think you're not supposed to, are you? Good evening, guys. I feel like this vlog is going to be one of those today where it's just a bit of a mess, chaotic mess we shall call it. And yeah, like I say, I just don't feel the best, but I'm powering through. I just had like a chat with Mitchell and he was like, oh, it's fine, just don't do one today. I was like, no, because I've committed to the rest of Vlogmas now, so I just can't stop. The thing is with me, like, one thing about me is when I commit to something, I'm committed, and I don't know, I can't give up. Like, I'm not a quitter. So even though I feel hungover and absolutely knackered, I am gonna make myself a lovely hot chocolate now. Or do we do a cup of tea? Might do a cup of tea, then chocolate later on, and we can do some wrapping. And I'm pulling myself together, and have I got crisps in my teeth? No, they're all good. Sorry, I've just been demolishing some crisps. But yeah, we're gonna pull ourselves together and do a little bit of Christmas baking. I just had a little look what I can do that's not too challenging, because I don't want to be doing a bake because it's gonna be exhausting basically. So we're gonna do some cookies. I just saw that Jane Patisserie on TikTok, she'd uploaded a NYC style Christmas Christmas NYC cookies. Her cookies are supposed to be unreal. You can't even see that because it's too bright. But yeah, they look absolutely unreal. And I actually have some M&Ms in. I don't know if I've got any green or red though. Let me have a look. Let's put your hair on the coffee machine. Is this gonna balance? Hey, we're balanced. Let's have a look. Oh my god, yes we do. This was from, obviously, mine and George's sleepover. We didn't eat all of these. So I'm thinking we could maybe do like white choc and milk choc, because she did milk choc and dark choc. I feel like I can't speak today. White choc and milk choc for the chips. She did milk choc and dark choc. And then take out the red and green of these for our festive. I don't know if she mixed them through or put them on top. Oh, I think she mixed them through as well. Then we can put those through. And then she dips it in some milk chocolate and puts some sprinkles on. They look splendid. So let's try them. I feel like cookies are always relatively easy to do. Famous last words. So yeah, let's do some Christmas cookies. And then I do really need to get wiggle on with my wrapping. I just nipped out Sainsbury's because I just needed to get myself out for some fresh air. And I was like, do you know what? It might sort me out a bit just walking around the shop. Actually, it made me feel 10 times worse. I was like, what am I even doing out of the house today? But I picked up this wrap for the kids. I always feel like when you've got nieces and nephews, I don't know, I like to wrap it in something a little bit more child friendly and not, you know what I mean? Like they like Santa and just something a little bit more fun. I thought this was a pretty wrap, but it's got Santa on, the little post box. I just thought that was cute. So yeah, I've got that for their presents. Oh, I also picked this up, I just thought I'd quickly show you. They've reduced all the stuff in Habitat in Sainsbury's, and I wanted another little, you know, little bowl to put some crisps in. Have I shown you my reindeer bowl? Did I just bring that in or not? I think I might have left it in there. But I got the cutest reindeer bowl from HomeSense, just for dips and nibbles. And yeah, it's just adorable. Anyway, I'm gonna prep everything for our baking. I'm freezing, so the coat is probably gonna stay on. Or do I just go and get a jumper? Maybe I can get a jumper. But yeah, let's make a cup of tea and do our cookies. Oh God, I've not even shown you guys, but we've put the lights up today. I've scrapped the garland. I think I'm just gonna have to try and do that next year. So I'm gonna try and buy something for the Christmas tree that I bought from Aldi for £12 because I put it next to the door. Mitchell was like, what are you doing with that Christmas tree? Maybe I could make something else out of it, like a, oh, I know, like a fresh what's it called? Garland for the table. Is that right? Yeah, let me know what I can do with this Christmas tree, guys. Let's go outside and I'll show you our lights because it's finally got dark. Yay! Honestly, the sunset tonight is so strange. Like, what is going on? I said to Mitchell, it feels like the world ended. It was so purple when I looked outside earlier. Anyway, let me show you our lights. How cute they look. Yay, finally they're up. But here's a tree I got from Aldi. It was only like £12. I think that's such a bargain. But what do I do with this, guys? I've just literally put it here. And I was trying to plant it and Mitchell was like, what are you doing? You can't plant a tree that's been cut down. So yeah, any ideas, let me know. But how cute does the outside of our house look now? So pretty. Love, love, love. Just trying to show you about obviously getting our door sign in so you can't see the number I live at. Yay. Okay, is it too late to have a coffee? Because I just think something like a coffee might sort me out. Sod it, we're doing an iced coffee. I just feel like I'm lacking that little bit of like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, let's make a nice coffee. I've got this machine back in now, so I used up all the beans on our old, not a old machine, the new machine I got. But it was just too bulky for the work surface. I feel like if we make in here, or we've got a space here that I saw in the show home, they have like, what are they? I don't know what they're called, but they're like these units and you open the doors and like inside like you have coffee stations. They had a few of those in the show homes or like a bar area here. I mean, I don't think you want to clutter obviously the area too much and make it look smaller, but anyway, my point is the other coffee machine, which is like, it is unreal, the bean to cup thing, so good. It definitely tastes nicer I think probably than this, but like I say, it was just too bulky for the worktop, so I've brought this one back in. It might need a rinse out to be fair, but yeah, what was my point? I feel like I've completely missed the point of what I was trying to say with this conversation. But anyway, we've got this coffee machine back in now. That's why this is here, just in case you're wondering where the big black one is. Love the coffee machine, but it's just too big for our workspace. So yeah, I'm gonna do a little maintenance on this because Mitchell put it in the garage. I don't know why, I just feel like, oh wait, that's what it is, isn't it? Empty cycle. Just wanted to make sure it's cleaned. Okay guys, we're finally all set up. So this is my little baking setup. I really want to get one of them KitchenAids. They just seem a little bit smaller and compact. Well, they're probably not actually that smaller, but mainly as well, the black's not really going with my aesthetic now. I want a cream one to match, or a white one actually, to match my smeg. I know that's really like unnecessary, but I think if I get rid of this, I'll probably give it to my mum because she doesn't actually have one. So it was only a cheap one anyway, but I just feel like, because I do quite a bit of baking, it'd just be nice to have a newer one. But anyway, here's my little setup. Put the little jelly cat there. How cute and festive does that look? So yeah, whenever I'm doing my baking, I always film for TikTok as well, because it obviously just gets me content. So here is what it looks like for TikTok. Can you see that? So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I've obviously weighed everything out. I always find when I'm baking, it's just so much more enjoyable to lay everything out first, weigh it all out, rather than do it as you go along. I'm sure most of you do this anyway, but I see some people that like weigh as they go along, and I'm like, whew, that just wouldn't be enjoyable for me. So we have plain flour. I've also put some baking powder in there as well. I didn't have any bicarb, so we've left that. Some vanilla extract, 1 egg. That mug definitely needs cleaning after because it's all tea stained up. Some red and green M&Ms, some light brown sugar, some butter, white chocolate chips, and there we go, we are all ready. And then here we just have an absolute bombs hit. I've also just lined this ready as well, so we've got that there. Also got these because I'm pretty sure she melts some chocolates and then dip it in. To be fair, I've only got chocolate orange, but actually I think that would make it quite nice. So we'll melt some chocolate orange and do that with that, I think. But anyway, let's get on with our baking. Yeah, I'm so excited to see how these turn out.
Holly hanging across the door, neighbors singing tales of yore. It's so close, hardly can wait. Waking up on Christmas, children dreaming without a care.
Okay guys, the cookies are in the oven. I don't think they're going well so far, but anyway, we'll see how they look. And we decided to get a Chinese tonight because we just can't be bothered to cook, can we? Nope. So, what have we got? You going to tell the guys?
Yes. And then out. So we have got sweet and sour pork, Hong Kong style.
So good.
Chicken and cashew, chips, chili salted chips, and we got some. I got some ribs as well.
Oh.
And I got you some barbecue sauce as well.
Always, I love the barbecue sauce from the Chinese.
We have no spoons.
Most everywhere, so come home. There's no better place. Waking up on Christmas Day, tinsel wrapped around the tree, snowflakes dancing.
This is yours, the big monster.
I mean, we haven't eaten.
Yeah, you do that, because I can't.
Let me zoom out. We haven't eaten, in all fairness, today.
I had a bacon sandwich all day.
Yeah, it was good.
You happy with that?
Yeah.
No, it's a nice one. What do you think?
Really good.
Go on. I know you like chicken and cashew, but I just think it's so bland.
It is, but I like it.
Like, so many nicer things on the menu.
What do you mind? But I know what you mean, but I just sometimes think when you've got such salty Chinese, I don't like it all to be. It's like, sometimes you can have too many sweet dishes and...
Yeah, I do get you on that one.
Okay guys, cookies are done. I don't know what went wrong. Apparently it could be either one of two things. Overbeating the mixture, which to be honest with you, I feel like she doesn't really mention that when she's doing it. Like, oh, make sure you don't overbeat it. But I was just reading the comments because a few people said the same thing as me. Like, I don't know if it's my oven. Obviously, I know ovens are different. But basically, she said not to spread, like, the cookies don't need, obviously, patting down or anything. They'll spread. They didn't, so I had to, like, pat them down myself. But she said, like I say, that could be one of two things. It could be you've overbeaten the cookies, or you have rolled them too tight. And again, I feel like after reading the comments on her video, it says that, but it didn't actually say that like in the thing. So anyway, they didn't spread and they don't really look like hers, to be honest with you. And I feel like some was undercooked, even though it felt like I'd had them in for like 20-25 minutes. They ended up having to stay in for a lot longer than advised to. So I don't really know. And I always feel like these cookies are quite sweet. I'm probably not selling them to you here, am I? But I think it's just personal opinion. Like, I always find cookies in general just quite sweet, and they're not like my favourite thing to do. But they're easy to bake. And don't get me wrong, like, I like them, but just in a very small moderation. But yeah, anyway, they look great, and they do taste great as well. I did just sample a little one, but like I say, they're very sickly. They obviously have got a lot of chocolate, a lot of sugar on. So yeah, they're that kind of like real sweet treat that, in my opinion, a little bit sickly, you don't need too many of. But yeah, this is how they look. I managed to salvage them, because like I say, they just wouldn't spread. But I patted them down a little bit, left them in for a little longer, and they look cute, don't they? So yeah. Good morning, everyone. This lighting seems awfully bright today. Good morning. I am continuing on the vlog from yesterday. Just very briefly, I just wanted to come on and have a little chat with you guys, because I didn't manage to get the vlog that I decided that I would push through and vlog for Vlogmas yesterday, even live. Because basically, after me and Mitchell had that Chinese, I just felt like I crashed. Do you know when you're feeling a little bit under the weather anyway, as we all put it, and then you incorporate like a big amount of food? I just wanted to go and nap. Like, I felt so incredibly tired, just really meh. I just said to Mitchell, do you know what? I've tried my best. I've vlogged as much as I possibly can, so I've got a little something, but I'm not going to be able to get it live today. I will just have to do a double upload tomorrow, and it is what it is. And to be honest with you, I've just edited this vlog, and I was kind of like, is this even like great? Like, is this even okay to put out? You know, I'm with Vlogmas, it's one of those where, as you can probably tell, when I put my mind to something and when I want to do something, I feel like I am a very determined person, especially if people are like saying to me, oh, you won't ever do that, you won't do that, you can't do that. And that's pretty much how Mitchell's attitude was when I told him I was going to do Vlogmas. He was like, you're not going to do it, there's no point in you even mentioning it, because you're not going to do it. And I don't necessarily think it's him, well, it is him being negative, but I do think sometimes it's like my dad. You guys, if you've been here a while, you will know my dad was always very negative when it came to me leaving my full-time job to do YouTube. Like, you're not going to do it, so many girls want to do it, and you know, here I am all these years later, kind of proved him wrong. And I feel like sometimes when people are hard on you and say, and like be negative, it almost encourages you more. It's like reverse psychology. And I feel like my dad almost did what he did like when I was growing up and was as negative as he was. I think to almost, I mean, to be fair, I feel like there's balance of it, and I feel like sometimes, like, especially with my dad, I feel like he was a little bit extreme with it, but now like he's the opposite. Like, he's so proud, and you know, he's glad I'm doing what I'm doing and all of that, you know. But like I say, there's balances of it. Being too negative is sometimes a little bit too deflating as a person. Like, you don't almost need that around you. But then also, I do think it's like tough love, isn't it? You can't tell your kids or people nearest to you, like, yes, you're going to do it. Even if, I don't know, it's, am I making sense? Like, I think sometimes by someone being a bit like, oh, don't think you'll do it, it's kind of like you need that motivation. But then in the same breath, you don't want people to be negative because you want people to support you. So, like I say, I think it's about having the balance. And maybe with Mitch and my dad, they are probably sometimes a little bit of the other extreme, like, they're that negative that it spurs me on. But in the same breath, Mitchell was like, no, I would obviously love for you to do it, I just don't think you will. That was how his kind of attitude was. Anyway, I'm going off topic here. What I'm trying to say is, I'm proud that I've come this far with Vlogmas, and I've managed to, you know, prove to myself that I would do the 12 days, which is what I always set out to do. And like I say, I do want to continue with it. But then there's this other part of me that's like, is this content even any good? Like, for example, yesterday's when, you know, I'm filming hungover, not feeling great, not really doing a lot. I'm like, do people even want to watch this? Like, what is this content all about? And then I start questioning myself and then getting in my head. But then I don't know if that is just because, like, yesterday I was having a mere day, and then this comes back to the whole topic of conversation of drinking alcohol and why I don't do it, because I'm now getting in my head. Like, today is Monday. Normally I wake up and I'm in such a positive mood and mentality on a Monday, and I'm ready to go for the new week, and instead of feeling like that today, I'm just questioning everything, like I'm rubbish and not good. And oh my goodness, like, this is exactly why I don't drink. Well, you know, like I said, I don't not drink, but I rarely drink. Like, I rarely binge drink nowadays. I feel like growing up and, like, when I was 18, it was always like a culture, and I feel like it is a bit of a culture here in the UK, that, you know, teenagers and especially like early 20s, you know, when you go uni and you've got freshers week and it's like this big thing of like going out drinking, and everyone's just binge drinking, and it's really bad actually, to be fair, when you think about it. Like, don't get me wrong, I've had fun growing up and going out drinking, but equally it's not actually good for our health, like how excess, you know, as Brits, I mean, I don't know if it's in every country that everyone does this, but I know certainly, like, me and my friends would always go out, and, you know, we wouldn't drink all week, but then when we would go out on a Saturday, we would drink, like, we would drink a lot. And like I say, as I've got older, I'm just so over that now, more health conscious as well, and aware that that's obviously not good for your body. And I think as well, because I just suffer with anxiety and, you know, mental health problems, not like all the time, but, you know, I definitely struggle. Yeah, I'm just at that age where I just said to Mitchell yesterday, I feel like going into the new year I don't want to drink alcohol anymore. And don't get me wrong, I don't think for me it's going to be something that I'm just like, I don't touch it at all, because I can take or leave alcohol. It's not like I've got, you know, a problem with alcohol. It's just more that I don't enjoy drinking. And I mean, I've never really spoken about this online. I don't know if I've mentioned it or not. And I'm like, do I even speak about it? Because I don't want to be, I don't know, like, I feel like talking about health problems and just mental health and things like that, it can be funny subject online, and people judge you, and people, oh, I don't know. Anyway, pretty sure, I'm just going to say it, pretty sure, like, I'm 99.9% sure I've got ADHD. And I don't really like talking about it, because I just think people are, oh, another one jumping on it, oh, everyone's got ADHD nowadays, and blah, 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 blah. However, a lot of it, when did I come to realisation? I don't know, I've always felt like I've never been 100% right. I don't know if this makes sense. It probably doesn't make sense, but I've always felt like there's something wrong with me. I don't want to get upset, so we're not going to get upset. But I've just always known, like, growing up, for example, when I was at college, I was on report. I got put on report for, like, not attending, not doing my homework, my attention span, like, there's just a lot of things. And I was always, like, quite academic. Like, at school, I was never naughty or misbehaved. Like, I was always that person that would never want to get in trouble, but I couldn't concentrate. I would turn up without books that I was supposed to bring to a lesson, and then, oh my god, I remember this one time, I turned up for science. I must have been in, like, year 10, 11, and we were supposed to bring this textbook. I hadn't brought it, so I lied. I said that my brother, who was like 2 years below me, who was obviously at the same school, had this textbook. Anyway, and this teacher was like, well, go and get it from him then. Go and find out what lesson he's in and go and get it. Well, I was just lying, but this is the thing, I didn't want to get in trouble, but because I was so forgetful and disorganised, and just like, my brain didn't function, basically. Yeah, I lied. So anyway, I then have to go out this lesson, knowing that my brother's not got this science book. I went to the reception and said I wasn't very well and I needed to go home. And I was literally in such a mess. I remember being sobbing, and like, I didn't want to get told off and all of this. And then, oh my god, bless, like, I look at this now and think that was so sad, that like, it was probably part of my, oh my god, I'm getting upset. It was probably part of, like, me not, like, just how my brain is. And I was so scared of getting told off in science. Oh my god, I could just really remember it. And anyway, I ended up, they phoned my mum and dad. And, oh, anyway, I was able to go home. And I remember having to go back into the science lesson and have to tell the teacher. And I remember him like, so where's your book? Like, where is your science book? And he was really going mad at me. And I was like, I've not got it. I was like, I'm going home. And I remember grabbing my stuff, and he was such a nasty science teacher as well. And he was like, no, 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 you're not going anywhere. Like, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't feel very well, I'm going. I remember just grabbing my stuff and like running out of the classroom. And then, oh, anyway, it caused this whole big drama. And I've gotten off topic here. The point is, like, when God, I didn't mean for this to be such a deep end of conversation to this vlog. But I just feel like I've never really spoken about this online with you guys. And since I've been doing like daily vlogs, I've had a few people pick up on it. And it's kind of made me feel like it's not like I'm upset that people have picked up on it, because it's kind of reassuring to me that like, oh, other people can see that like I, you know, potentially do have ADHD. And it's kind of comforting to know that almost people can see that, because like, I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but it's like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, guys, but it's almost comforting in a way to know that other people can see it, and that like how I feel day to day and these issues that I do come across in my day-to-day life, like with being disorganized and being, as I always say, chaotic, and my time blindness, and you know, even working. It was funny because one of you guys left me a comment like, oh, like, do you have ADHD? And then anyway, I got into a conversation with her, and she said something about, I can't remember what it's called. Is it shadowing? People shadowing? I don't know. But basically, some days I struggle that much that I genuinely have to ring my mum up and be like, can you just come and sit with me? Can you just come and sit with me so I can work? And it sounds bizarre, but yeah, it might sound so bizarre to some people, because like I say, some people just don't get it. And I get it, like when your brain doesn't function like that and then you hear someone talking like how I'm talking, it's like, whoa, what are you on about? But yeah, like some days I genuinely can't even work. I can't describe it and describe how my brain is. But it's like I'm paralysed, and I sit at my laptop. I know exactly what it is I need to do, but I can't put it in order. Like, I can't compute it. I can't work out what's high priority and what's not. And then I look at everything I've got to do, and it's like, whoa. And I get so overwhelmed, and I can't make sense of anything. And it's like I go numb, and I just can't work. It sounds stupid, because then it's like, well, no, just try and slow down and prioritise it. And I know all this, and I know what to do, but I can't do it. So anyway, the long and the short of it is some days I genuinely have to get my mum over just so I can work. And it's why I struggled so much when I was in a job as well. Like when I worked for whoever it may be, I would even struggle when I worked for people, and just like the overwhelmingness of like day-to-day tasks. And I'm really going off now, aren't I? And it probably doesn't make sense. But anyway, why was I even speaking about this? I don't know. I don't even know. This is what I mean. I don't know why I've just decided to open up to you like this and talk about this. But basically, it's something that I struggle with, which I've never really touched on or spoke to you guys about, because I just feel, I guess, a little bit embarrassed. Two, I feel like, yes, we do hear a lot of people say they've got ADHD and stuff. And I feel like because of that, it's almost made me feel embarrassed to say that it is something that I struggle with, because you hear everyone going, oh, another person's got ADHD, oh yeah, no, I'll just jump on the bandwagon like it's something to jump on. I would not want to jump on a bandwagon of having ADHD. Like, if people actually understood how much having like this imbalance that I feel like I have in my day-to-day life, like, you would not want it. Like, trust me, I wish I didn't have what I have and how I feel and how I struggle with things. Like, oh my goodness. But I feel like since I've really looked into it, and I've really looked into symptoms, just, you know, everything about it, the more it makes sense, and like the more I piece it together with my life and growing up and how I am and how I've been and things I do, and I'm like, oh my god, that is me. That is literally me. Like, that is how I am. And then it almost has given me some comfort in knowing that, oh my god, like maybe there is some kind of, you know, reasoning as to why I am, and it makes me feel better and like not a shitty person. You know, like I say, when I'm late, like I try so hard to be on time, so hard, but then I'm not. But anyway, there's obviously a lot more to it than that. I think the point I'm trying to make, and the reason why I wanted to touch on this briefly, was just because it relates to alcohol. And I feel like with my ADHD, I have this like impulsiveness. Like I'm a very impulsive person. Like, you know, even when it's come to money growing up, always been like very impulsive, like with spending, everything. Like growing up in my 20s, I couldn't manage my money. I couldn't control my money because, you know, like going out shopping, I'd have this like rush of endorphins, and is that the word? It's endorphin, or is it dopamine? Like, it's one of them, isn't it? Like, anyway, I'd have this rush, like this quick fix of like, oh, I've been shopping, bought loads of things. But then actually, like, I couldn't even go out and buy that, really. Like, I shouldn't have been spending that. I should have been saving that. And does anyone understand what I'm saying? People might not understand, think, what is this going on? The long and the short of it is, what I was trying to get at, and the whole point of this conversation is, how I'm feeling today is me from Monday. This is not me. This is not my happy energy. This is not my like, oh yay, I feel good, I'm ready for a new week, let's go to the gym, health is wealth. I'm feeling rubbish. I'm feeling down. I feel depressed. Yeah, I'm just not feeling good today, and I do think it stems from alcohol and drinking, and this is why I don't drink. And like I say to you as well, I don't drink also because I am impulsive, and I am that person that, like, when I've had a drink, I sometimes don't know when to stop because it makes me feel good. And it's like, I read somewhere that actually when you've got ADHD and you drink, it almost like balances your brain out, and so then you don't know when to stop because you're liking this boost of whatever the alcohol does and gives you. And that is me sometimes. Although, like I say, when I went out on Saturday, I was so good, and I said to Mitchell before I went out, I was like, please make sure that I do like drink water, and I really pace myself and I don't get too drunk, because it's not good for me and I don't enjoy it. And like I did, but there was just one bar we went to and the cocktails were that strong, I think it wrote me off, and then this whole pacing and drinking alcohol went out the window. But yeah, the point I'm trying to make, because I think going into the new year, I'm saying no to alcohol. Like, I can easily go out with Mitchell when we're on holiday and have a cocktail with my food, and that's fine. And I feel like when I'm with Mitchell, it's different. Like, we never really get silly. It's just who you're around as well, I think, sometimes, isn't it? And it's not like I've got a problem with alcohol or anything like that, because I haven't. Like I say, I rarely drink. But I just think sometimes, like, when I do drink, I don't know when to stop, and that's what the issue is. And I don't know, to be honest with you, I don't actually enjoy it. The hangovers are not worth it. Like, this feeling now, it's not worth it. So yeah, the long and the short of it is, I really need to cut this conversation short now, because I feel like I've been talking for 10 minutes, is going into 2025, I think I'm going to stop drinking. Like I say, I don't drink that much anyway, but like, if there's a social situation where it's like, oh, let's go for bottomless brunch and let's do day drinks, I would rather just say no, I'm not coming. I'm not saying I'm never going to have another drink of alcohol again, because, you know, I love nothing more than being on holiday, sitting there with a nice Aperol spritz and a bit of food and paella, and I love that. Or like sharing a little jug of sangria, and like I said, getting some nice tapas. Enjoy that. But that's because we will just have that with some food, and then that's it. We call it a night. We're not like on this big bender of like drinking. And like I say, I do think it's like a real culture in England where people do that. I mean, I guess it's probably a culture everywhere. I guess a lot of people will go out and drink and get drunk and that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm just over it, and I just feel like I've done it twice. I've got drunk twice now in the past couple of months. Like, one with Danielle and the other month, and then obviously with Brad and Lucy on Saturday and Mitchell. It's just really made me think, like, I just don't want to go out drinking anymore, because it's just not worth it for how it makes me feel on, not even the Sunday after, like 2 days after. Like, we're on Monday now and I'm still feeling meh. So anyway, guys, I am really sorry for offloading this all on you, but I felt like I needed a therapy session this morning. Do you know what? Sometimes when I just sit with a cup of tea and chat to you, I know I'm oversharing and I'm just being very like, and I feel like people aren't on YouTube, and then that then panics me, because I'm like, oh, should I be talking about this? Like, should I be oversharing like this? But I think sometimes that's what we need. Like, I know if I sat and listened to someone speak how I'm speaking now, I would relate so much, and I'd be like, oh my god, this is actually so refreshing. And people don't always do it. I get it, like, it's like I've not really ever spoken to you about this before, and there's a reason, because it's scary opening up online, like it really is. But then, yeah, I don't know, I just felt like I just wanted to speak to you about it. So anyway guys, I'm gonna end Vlogmas day whatever here. Bit of a shambles, I know, but I'm going to drink this cup of tea, put on a nice outfit, I'm going to go to the gym, make myself a nice high protein breakfast, and I'm going to start today's Vlogmas, and we're going to smash it. We're going to have a good day. So anyway, I shall see you for the next day of Vlogmas, and like I say, I'm sorry that this one's been a bit not my greatest or finest vlog, but thank you for watching and coming back anyway. Love you all so much. Bye.